Hey, what's up guys? So today's video is going to be about my brand, Paperwaves. So if you guys don't already know this, which you guys should, and you should also follow the Instagram Paperwaves official or Paperwaves brand. I think I've changed it maybe 4 times, but it's whatever. Paperwaves brand is my brand. This is mine. This is actually just this is my clothing brand, and it's pretty dope. If you guys don't know anything about Paperwaves brand, this is what you need to know. It's basically my personality in a brand. It's creative, it's adventureful. Is that a word? I just made it one if it's not. It's aesthetic. It's everything that I love combined kind of together, and I actually love it. Like why would I make something and promote something that I don't love is the real question. So here's a quick description about Paperwaves itself. So Paperwaves started in about April of this year. It originated as Whale Waves. Whale Waves is or was a YouTube channel where I reposted music that I liked. I just posted music that I liked, put a little like animation in, and called it Whale Waves. I kind of went off the theme of other reposting brands like Koala Control or Suicide Sheep or any of those types of things. Kind of fits the alliteration theme with Whale Waves, and I just took a picture of a beluga whale and made it into a cartoon and used it as my logo, and that was that. But I got kind of tired of that, you know. Whale Waves was like, it was cool, it was catchy, but it wasn't really me. I was like, if this music brand, this YouTube channel, it's me. It's the music that I listen to and that describes me. And so I was like, if it's gonna be that, I think the main thing, the main picture of it should be something that describes me. And so I really started to think, and I was like, what has to do with waves? Because I like the waves as in sound waves, but it also has to do with water waves. So it's kind of double meaning. It's kind of cool. So I like that part, but I was like, okay, what goes in the water that kind of fits me? And instantly in my brain, I thought of this piece of paper that about a couple of years ago, I used to draw like tattoos that I would want someday, that had meanings to myself, and just like, that kind of just like were symbols that really meant something to me. This was not one of them. I didn't have the bag yet, but little did I know this would be my first tattoo. What are the odds? But I used to draw little tattoos like moons and stuff. I don't have the paper, but I'll show you guys eventually in a different vlog. But basically I just used to draw tattoos that I wanted, and I thought of that. That was the first thing that came into my brain, was that piece of paper, and I was like, paper. And it was on paper, and it was a paper boat drawn. I just drew a paper boat, and I was like, yo, paper boats are dope. I love paper boats. They're such a cool meaning beyond just like a piece of origami. So yeah, I thought of Paperwaves because it's a paper boat. I really didn't know what to change it to at first, but after I started thinking of things that really meant something to me, I was like, yo, it's a no-brainer, just a paper boat. And that wasn't even where I started the clothing brand. That was just, okay, transition the YouTube channel. So now the YouTube channel went from a picture of a whale to a picture of a paper boat. And from there, I was like, I really want to do something with this. And I've always wanted a clothing brand. I've always been trying to make like a brand of some sort. I made Boa Skate Co. a long ass time ago, where I wanted to make skateboards and apparel and all types of shit. And that was so long ago, but that was my first attempt at building something that would eventually be a bigger brand. And that really never took off, but it did have a YouTube channel. If you guys search Boa Skate Co. On YouTube, it should still be there. Here's a clip of my first video. But yeah, it was rough back then, back on my old MacBook. This is the OG MacBook. It doesn't even have a battery. I had to plug it in just to use it, and it had to stay plugged in because the battery exploded. It like popped open and exploded and shit went everywhere. So yeah, but yeah, Paperwaves right there. But yeah, this is what I started my original like brands on. Like this is what I used. So basically this is a 2006 MacBook, and I didn't have anything on this. I couldn't even update the computer, so I had to find like free drawing apps where I just used to draw like and you could drag pictures in, but you couldn't really like Photoshop them at all. You could just put them in as they were and then like draw over them, but that was the extent of what you could do. So here's some of my thumbnails back when I used this computer. But yeah, that's where BOA started, and that's where everything started. Where I started creating. I started my entrepreneurship adventure, and it started there. It started in my garage where I made skateboards and where I sat on my computer that was really shitty and waited hours for crappy pictures that I edited to render, and these videos that I made on my iPhone, and it led me here somehow. It led me to the person I am today, and it led me to wanting to create more and actually succeed in one of these business ventures someday. A side note, by no means is Paperwave successful at all. As you can tell by my followers, it's not successful, but this is the first brand in my life that I've ever really thought it has a chance. And it's something that I believe in, and I believe it will go somewhere, so I believe in it. But yeah, that's where Paperwave started, and let me give you guys a little bit of a connect to why I'm making this video. So if you guys haven't known about Paperwaves at all, it's kind of because I haven't been able to make them. I've just given up on screen printing. You know, it's not worth the hassle. I've wasted too many shirts and I've wasted too much time on something that I know is not gonna work. It's just not right for Paperwaves. So I am buying my own heat press vinyl. And yes, it's kind of a lot of money. I say kinda because in the business world, investment of about $500 or $600 is really nothing for starting a business, and kind of being able to suffice with that for a long time. Because if I just had a heat press vinyl, I'd be able to make Paperwaves go quite a while until I had to upgrade. But yeah, I'm going after a heat press vinyl. You have to get a vinyl cutter and a heat press, and both of those are about $200 to $300. So in total, it's going to be probably close to $600. But the thing is, I'm asking for this for Christmas from everybody in my family, and I'm hoping I can get enough money because I really don't want to waste too much of my own money, since you guys know I'm saving up for the Canon 1DX Mark II, which is going to take me a while, and I want that before my cousin's wedding. But if I can't, it's kind of going to suck. So I'm trying not to spend any of my money on this heat press vinyl, but I know that if I wait until after I save for the 1DX, it's gonna be like August by that time, because I'll have to buy a lens and all that type of bullshit. So by the time I actually get the heat press vinyl, it's gonna be like mid to late summer, if not fall. So I really don't want to waste that much time. You know, 8 months is a long time in the business world, and you could do a lot in that time. And so for the camera, I feel like even if I do have to spend a little bit of my money and wait for the camera even longer, I feel like it'd be worth it for myself and my business venture, because the camera is something that's more of a hobby of mine. These videos are really a hobby of mine, and photography is more of a hobby, when Paperwave's brand is something that I truly believe will work. It'll be something that I can learn from and that I can actually make successful. But I need to start now, because I've taken quite a long break. I haven't made many production shirts since like June, and that's like 6 months ago. So I really need to get on this, and I've been wasting enough time. So yeah, if you guys like the brand Paperwaves, please go subscribe to the YouTube channel down below. I don't really post on there that much, but there is some pretty cool music if you guys want to check that out. As well as go follow the Instagram. I am active on there as much as I can be when I'm not making shirts, but I'm still trying to post as much as I can to keep everything alive. And 2018 is the year of Paperwaves. It is the year that it becomes something more than just... And I almost forgot to tell you guys this, but 15% of all net profits from Paperwaves will go to conserving the oceans of our world and trying to make them a better place, because it is paper waves after all, and animals and the oceans have always been one of my favorite things in life. Like, I always thought when I was young that I'd grow up to be like Steve Irwin. That was always like my goal. Like, to just travel the world and see animals was always my goal. And I know that'll never happen because I'll never have my own TV show and just be able to travel the world and observe animals for a living. That's obscure and that's crazy, but maybe with Paper Waves I'll be able to at least help those animals and go out and make videos promoting it, because I see Paper Waves as something way bigger than just clothes, and I hope you guys do too. So I just want to end it with that. So 15% of all net profits will go to ocean conservation and will help the oceans so that they don't die. Because, like, honestly, if you see how much the Great Barrier Reef has just decreased in size and died so much in the past even like 10 years, it's insane. And it's sad to see in my lifetime how much has changed and how much could have stayed the same. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little about my brand, and also throw in a little bit of propaganda, I guess, if you'd call that. Really, saving our oceans really shouldn't be something that you have to force on someone, you know, it should be common sense. But that's basically it. And as always, see y'all later.